It's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol UAHC. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like you this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis on Friday, so that's where these green line and red line annotations are coming from. But after today's very nice movement, there's definitely some updates here that need to be done. First thing I'm going to do is some house cleaning, just get rid of these green lines down here. Sure, they still pertain to the chart, but they're not really relevant anymore. And from a presentation standpoint and not wanting annotations and lines all over the place and risk causing clutter and confusion, just want to try to keep this analysis as clean as possible. So the first update that needs to be made comes from a foundational principle, which states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. So for those of you that did watch the video from Friday, hopefully you remember me talking about 50 cents as resistance. But now that the price is above it, that would be considered an area of support. But a near-term level of support and what I would call the ideal level, I mean, Hickley, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest going forward? That would be if the price can continue to hold up above 75 cents. I use the word continue because you can see right here several times today, the bears did try to press down through that level, but to give credit where credit's due, the bulls did a great job of holding strong there. And, you know, like I said, if the price stays up above there, that would be a huge sign of power. Don't get me wrong, if the price falls below it, I'm not saying the entire chart's ruined or anything like that. But yeah, keep on doing what it's been doing in terms of, you know, staying above that level, and that would be a huge sign of power on the bull's part. Now, what about areas of resistance? Two main levels stand out. The first one is what I like to call the fun level of resistance, and that's right up there at $1.10. Why do I call it fun? Well, I'll be the first to admit it is fun to talk about testing previous highs and breaking new highs. That is a very fun discussion to have, and that's what $1.10 is representing as resistance. But in many cases, as is the case here, usually there's an initial bridge that first needs to be crossed before you start talking about that fun level. And that level here is at 97 cents. So yes, again, $1.10 is indeed a level of resistance. But before you start talking about doing battle with that one, bulls first need to show and prove that they can get back above $1.10, which you can, or excuse me, back up above 97 cents, which you can see right there has quite a bit of price congestion with it. All in all, though, great looking chart. And as long as the price keeps on building higher bases, the long-term chart will take care of itself. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.